One of the most recognizable names in the world, probably the smartest man in the world, Elon Musk, has done it all. You guys probably want to know some secrets that he has kept on the DL, and trust me, today we're going to be exposing some of them. Whether he's the creator of Tesla, to being one of the most influential speakers and thinkers in the world, to even being rumored to have said he's going to have internet everywhere on this earth by the year 2025. Elon Musk is a creative, brilliant mind, and we're going to be revealing a lot of his tips and strategies that he has done to get him to this position over the years. What's going on, guys? JT with the Business Hub. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Make sure to let us know if you do comment and you are a new subscriber. Let us know you subscribe by saying I subscribed. That way you guys can be entered in our monthly subscriber giveaway, where we shout out one lucky viewer who subscribed and comment down below that they subscribed and turned our notification bell on. Now guys, let's get into the 10 secrets you didn't know about Elon Musk. Starting off, we have start the day with critical work. As the CEO of 3 companies, Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink, Elon Musk has a lot of things to stay on top on a day-to-day basis. That's why he starts his day with his most critical work. For Musk, this means dealing with important emails that he needs to address in order to unblock other people's work in progress. He typically starts the day at 7 a.m. and replies to critical emails for at least half an hour. Musk is careful to filter anything that is not deemed critical, focusing on the most important items. In his own words at his USC commencement speech, focus on the signal over noise. Don't waste time on stuff that doesn't actually make things better. Make sure to find your most important task, Elon Musk calls it the MIT, and write it down somewhere, whether it be on your phone or on a little scrapbook piece of paper. He says this is one of his main keys and secrets to success. Next, we have use feedback loops. Musk has a very tight schedule, often working at different locations at any given day. That's why he's constantly trying to optimize his time. While admitting he hasn't read any books on time management, Musk shared some insightful advice on how to become better. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I think that's the single piece best advice that you could receive from anybody. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourselves. Now, this is a very important thing to think about. I know it's kind of a tongue twister right there, but you want to make sure that you're always analyzing and judging yourself. You want to make sure that every little action you do that has certain consequences, wonder if that was the right action to take. If it wasn't, then you know how you can change it in the future. Musk incorporates not only his own feedback, but also a lot of others. He urges entrepreneurs to seek preferably negative feedback. While it might be hurtful at the time, you normally end up getting a lot more out of it. He also focuses on hiring the best people in any field that can provide consistent and truthful feedback. Shortening the feedback loops lead to an increased efficiency, faster implementation, and a better finished product. Here we have reason from first principles. A first principle is a basic assumption that can't be deducted from any other proposition. It's the only sure thing in a complex problem. Musk reasons from his first principles rather than by an analogy, such as the previous experiences he's had. Here's an example of first principles reasoning from Musk himself. What is a rocket made of? Aerospace grade aluminum alloys plus some titanium, copper, and carbon fiber. Then he asks, what is the value of those materials in the commodity market? It turned out the materials cost of a rocket was about 2% of the typical price. Instead of buying the rocket for millions of dollars, Musk decided to purchase the raw materials for cheap and build the rockets himself in his own company. And that's how SpaceX was born. He applied it, he did it, and he made sure he did it the smart way. Upcoming, we have use asynchronous communication. Now, synchronous is a big word, but trust me, we're going to get to what it means in a second. But the first productivity hack that gave you a slight hint for this one, Musk actually prefers to communicate on his own terms. That means defaulting to emails and texts, both as synchronous ways of communication and other ways. In his own words, he says, I do love to email. Whether possible, I try to communicate asynchronously. I'm also really good at email. He also makes himself hard to reach for people outside his company by using an obscure email address that lets him focus on actual work for his companies. Here we have master communication. When Musk is not building rockets or revolutionizing the automobile industry, there's one place you can always find him on: his email. He joked on a conference call, "I do a lot of email, very good at email, that's my core competency." Pretty much he's extremely clear, concise, and direct on his emails. As an example, read the emails sent to his entire staff about the use of acronyms, aptly called "Acronyms Seriously Suck." It's online, guys, you can search in Google. It's a pretty funny email. Trust me, guys, you're gonna get quite the laugh out of it. He frequently emails his entire company with updates, how to communicate, how to company visions, how to make sure the mission is correct, and being more productive at work. He is also a master at public speaking, converting complex concepts into easy to understand language using an authentic voice. Musk often uses the present tense when talking about visionary topics, a language trick that actually excites the listener into feeling the future is now. Coming up, we have batch tasks. Musk pretty much multitasks strategically whenever he can. Whenever possible, he combines several tasks together in a productivity hack known as batching. For example, he answers emails while eating or having a meeting over lunch. Another example is going through emails and invoices while on the phone or in phone meetings or interviews. Studies have actually confirmed that multitasking is normally less efficient than single tasking. The brain needs time to adjust when navigating different tasks, also known as task switching. So what Elon Musk is doing is crazy, but it works for him. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think this is the most important secret that he has to give us, but make sure that scheduling is somewhere on your guys' list. Running 3 companies is no small feat, which means time is of the essence in the presence for Elon Musk. He is constantly trying to optimize his time using feedback loops. Like many other ultra productive and successful people, he follows a very detailed and specific daily schedule. He breaks his calendar into 5-minute slots and finding his way onto one of those. And also, if you're trying to find your way onto one of those, is really, really tough. You got to be really, really important to Elon Musk, or he must care a ton about you. He prioritizes engineering, design, manufacturing, spending 80% of his time at work on those areas. He doesn't spend a lot of time pondering because he thinks a lot of thinking pretty much slows you down, and you should already have that done in the past. Pretty much by splitting his day into 5-minute chunks, Musk manages to get more tasks scheduled into his work schedule. Lastly, we have embrace stretch goals. Perhaps one of Musk's most notorious character traits is his tendency to set incredibly ambitious deadlines for his company's projects. He uses stretch goals as a way to change perception. Pretty much, here's a story from a former SpaceX executive. It is like he has everyone working on this car that is meant to get from Los Angeles to New York on 1 tank of gas. They will work on the car for a year and test all of its parts. Then when they are set off for New York after that year, all the vice presidents think privately that the car will be lucky to get to Las Vegas. What ends up happening is that car gets to New Mexico, twice as far as they ever expected, and Elon is still mad. He gets twice as much out of anybody else than anybody else in the industry, but he still sets high goals for himself, which explains why he's pretty much hard on himself. The last sentence illustrates the power of stretch goals. Even in the face of failure, your goal was so outrageous, so impossible to achieve, that you celebrate the small achievements you made because you expect nothing would come out of it. So guys, that's it for today's video. Make sure to apply some of these secrets to your life so that way you guys can get closer to achieving your goals and hey, maybe even being as successful as Elon Musk. Guys, I'm signing off. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Turn our post notifications on as well. I'm signing out, and as always, see you guys later.